All right, y'all, this is a build I've been looking forward to for a long time. It is the Thompson build. So we're going to start right into it. Small forward, 6'7", 201 pounds, and 7-foot wingspan. Now, looking at this build here, I do already have all the attributes up, and I'm going to explain every single one of them. So make sure you listen for that just to see exactly why I have everything where they are. So going into the attributes here, it is a 99 overall. These are the exact stats for your Thompson. 6'7", 201, and 7 foot are his exact measurements, which is absolutely insane. Glad that we could get that in 2K this year. Starting out with a 75 close shot, I did want to make sure we had this just around 75 because Thompson can obviously make close shots. He's actually really good at like floaters and stuff like that. So because of that, I wanted to have driving layup and close shot at an average of 80 just to make sure that Thompson can get these easy floaters and stuff, because a floater will be a decent thing in your bag this year in 2K26. They're actually good, and if you can make your floaters, I want you to be able to make them on Thompson because he's obviously really good at them, especially from like 8 feet out. He can hit floaters all the time in real life. Driving dunk is a bit low. If you're looking at an Thompson build, obviously he's going to have insane driving dunk. He does have silver posterizer with this 87 driving dunk, and if you do want to use cap breakers on this build to get it up to 93, you are able to. I'm going to show you guys exactly what the cap breakers are on this build at the end, and I will be doing so on all my future videos because every build has a different variety of cap breakers and how much they'll increase certain stats. This build is absolutely insane in terms of cap breakers, so I will definitely show you guys that afterwards. 60 driving dunk. The only reason we have 60 driving dunk is to unlock Thompson's dunk package. So if you go down here to the animation glossary, go to dunks, then we go to NBA player dunks. Thompson right here. Look, 60 standing dunk is required, 83 driving dunk, 60 vertical, and height 6'5", between 6'5" and 6'10". So Thompson, obviously you're going to be able to get his dunk package, which is super nice. You can make him play just like how Thompson would play in real life. So obviously he's going to be very good. Now post control is at 38 just because of the strength being at 73 over here. So we want to make sure we keep it there just to make sure we can get that 73 strength. For the main reason 73 strength is so good is because of gold strong handle. I really like getting that badge. It's super cheap to get, and as a gold badge, that's very, very solid on this game 2K26. Now mid-range, three-pointer, and free throw are all super mid because Thompson is not a shooter in real life. He is not able to shoot threes. He shoots a really bad percentage from three-pointers. Obviously in the future he may improve, but this past season that I'm building this based off of, he did not make threes very frequently. So I did end up giving him a 65 three-pointer just for the fact that if you are able to get wide open and time your jump shot, you will make it every single time because this is a green or miss year in 2K26. 65 three-pointer gives you bronze set shot specialist, and you will be able to make open shots. I don't know the amount of jump shots you'll be able to get, but it's definitely worth it to give yourself a 65 three-pointer. The 56 free throw is a bit low. I would love to get that a little bit higher, but it is an expensive attribute for whatever reason on this build. It's not easy to get your free throw up without dropping something that is actually valuable. So I did actually just mess around as I said that and made the free throw 70. 70 is a solid free throw rating. You're going to be able to green every time if you know your free throw rating. And the only thing I had to do that was lower my interior defense down to 68 from 70. So it wasn't anything super crazy that I had to do to get this interior defense down to 68. And it doesn't lose me any badges either. So yeah, I think looking at the build now, it is improved. I think the 70 free throw rating is way better if you're playing a 5s game mode than having it at like a 60 or a 56 or whatever it was at before. So moving on to the playmaking, 76 pass accuracy is the sweet spot this year. You get silver versatile visionary, and if you throw bounce passes or throw flashy passes, they're always going to get through. Silver passing badges across the board except for bailout, which is expensive this year at 85 pass accuracy. So 76 pass ac is very, very nice on this build. 75 ball handle, obviously not the greatest. Thompson is pretty good at dribbling, and you do want this build to be able to get blur takeover, but I'm going to show you guys the cap breakers at the end of this build video. It is absurd what you can use cap breakers on, especially if you're watching this later in the year where you have a lot of cap breakers. This build is going to be a menace with cap breakers equipped. Then also 75 speed with ball. You do get the silver lightning launch with 75. It's going to be super nice to have that. You also get the Zach LaVine dribble style, which is the best dribble style for small forwards and stuff. So that is what I'm using as the playmaking stats for Thompson. These are going to be improved by the cap breakers. I'm just going to let you know right now, these are some of the things you'll spend cap breakers on very quickly when you get the build upgraded. So now looking at the defense, 68 interior defense. I could actually lower this a bit lower because it doesn't really give me anything, but I think having 68 is definitely worthwhile. I think it's definitely something that you could have on the build, and it does make it very viable. Thompson is obviously an all-around great defender, but in this year's 2K it is very, very difficult to actually make an all-around great defender that can still do stuff on offense. Like this build is going to be able to play in the paint. He's going to be able to shoot wide open corner threes and stuff, and he's going to be able to play make and actually pass. So this build is very solid while still having an incredible defense. I'm not going to lie. This defense on the build is actually incredible. 91 perimeter defense. Now you may be thinking, oh, you're missing out on the gold challengers, upgraded by one more. No, it's too expensive to upgrade it by one more. You need to use one cap breaker on perimeter defense to get it up to gold challenger. Gold challenger is a super good badge this year. Make sure that you're getting that if you are able to do so, because gold challenger is absurd. And people with all these 7'4" shooting over you, you're still not going to be able to contest a 7'4" because obviously they have insane advantages over every single person, every single build on the game when they're shooting over you. But having 92 perimeter defense with a gold challenger, once you use just one cap breaker, that's all you need for this build to make it work. You should have one cap breaker at this point in the year, and everything else after using this one cap breaker is just making the build even better. But giving this one cap breaker is the most important one, I believe. So first cap breaker you have, throw it on perimeter defense for your Men Thompson build. 91 steel is to get gold glove. If you take it down, you only get silver glove. So we make sure we get gold here. Eventually, if you're like very late in the year watching this video, you can use 3 other cap breakers and getting steel up to 94, which gives you the Hall of Fame interceptor, which is a great badge. But 91 steel and gold interceptor should be totally fine. You have a good wingspan, you have good height. You should be able to get a lot of interceptor steals as well. 78 block is to get that silver high flying denier, and combining the 78 block with the 83 vertical is absolutely insane. You're going to be flying around the court. I have a build that has a 74 block with an 83 vertical, and I get chased on blocks and stuff like that all the time. It's super fun. You also do get the bronze paint patroller combined with the interior defense. So yeah, it's very solid to do that. And going back over to the rebounding, we are just going to have silver rebounding badges. Amen Thompson is a decent offensive rebounder. The Rockets were one of the best offensive rebounding teams last year. I did only upgrade the defensive rebound. Now, if you did want to kind of mess around with this, you can lower defensive rebound down to 70 and then upgrade the offensive rebound only to 77, right? So I do want to get silver rebounding badges, so I do upgrade it to 60 and then 80 to make sure that we do get the silver rebounding badges, because silver box out beast and silver rebound chaser combined with the vertical and strength that you have on this build should be more than enough. Now, coming over to the physicals, 85 speed, 85 agility. You're going to be an absolute menace around the court. 85 and 85 on a 6'7" is insane this year. You're going to be moving so quickly. You're going to have gold on-ball menace, gold pick dodger, and gold slippery off-ball. It's absolutely insane with what you can do on this build on defense as well as just on offense moving around. So 73 strength, I have already mentioned that. It's mainly to get the gold strong handle. You do also get silver physical finisher, which is super solid, as well as the 83 vertical is just very nice to have on the build. You'll get a Hall of Fame pogo stick, which is definitely an Amen Thompson badge. He'd be jumping up and down all over the court. That is going to wrap it up for this part of the build. I did change one thing, so I don't know what it's going to give me here as we're looking at the build. It is going to give me Scottie Pippen, OG Anunoby, and Michael Jordan. I will move my camera over here just so you can show you guys all of that. Two-way high-flying wing runner. Timed interceptions perfectly, lock up multiple positions, fearless finisher, recovers instantly after hard hedges. Those all sound like Amen Thompson to me. I can't lie to you guys. And obviously the 2 weaknesses are going to be shooting related, because this build isn't going to be a great shooter. Obviously, it's just going to be very solid all around on defense, finishing, and playmaking. So looking forward into the build, I'm going to show you guys exactly what cap breakers you should be using when you do make this build. I'm going to show you exactly where you need to use your cap breakers. So obviously we are going to skip ahead to the city. If you guys do want, for future reference, make sure you guys are doing this if you want to check on cap breakers. Currently I have 6 cap breakers available and I don't have any build specializations done yet. So as you can see, I have 6 cap breakers remaining. I would recommend using your cap breakers on. Originally, the first cap breaker you use on perimeter defense, like I mentioned in the build video. Make sure you get this up to 92. It's just basically unnecessary on this build, and 92 perimeter defense is all you'll need to upgrade that to. That is completely fine. Everything else on this side, you don't need to upgrade at all. Don't worry about upgrading anything else here. You don't need to worry about that at all. Now, looking further into it, if you do want to use, if you have 6 cap breakers like me, and you want to use them on your driving dunk to get up to gold posterizer, you can spend all your 5 remaining ones to get up to 93 driving dunk, which you would be able to get gold posterizer as well as a couple other contact dunk packages. That would also be very viable. But what I would personally do if I was making this build is go down to the playmaking here. You see, upgrading to a 82 speed with ball is only going to cost you 2 cap breakers. I think that is definitely worth it for an Amen Thompson build. So I'd spend 2 here. That means you have 3 remaining. And then for the remaining 3, I would spend them all on getting this playmaking up. So you get a +9 to your playmaking ball handle. It's going to give you 84 ball handle. And then if you do a playmaking specialization quest, which I uploaded a video on yesterday, it's absolutely insane the way you can get your playmaking cap breakers and your badges and stuff like that here. I would recommend spending a playmaking specialization on getting these both up as well. So you could actually get up to an 86 with this, and 88 wouldn't really matter. So spend one of your playmakings on this to get up to 88. If you do have both of your playmaking specialization cap breakers, I would use them both on the speed with ball, and then spend 4 of your normal cap breakers on getting the ball handle up to 86. This unlocks blur takeover for you, which is one of the best takeover takeovers in the game this year. Blur takeover is absolutely insane. And then you would still have one cap breaker left if you had 6, and then you had the 2 build specialization ones. So from the 1 cap breaker left here, you can start investing into steel. If you upgrade steel 3 times, you get up to Hall of Fame interceptor. You can also invest into your 3-pointer just to make that a little bit better. You can get over 70. You can get up to actually 75 3-pointer if you used a bunch on shooting. So this build has a ton of potential in terms of cap breakers. I would recommend looking at this cap breaker sheet every time you do make a new build, just to see exactly what you can do on potential, because I'm going to be uploading some videos in the future that are absolutely insane cap breaker builds. Like, I don't understand how it's even possible to make your build go from like a 50 driving dunk to 93 or something like that. It's absurd what you can do with cap breakers this year. Make sure you're checking this every time you make a new build. But that is going to wrap it up for this Amen Thompson build. Hopefully you did enjoy. Drop your next build ideas in the comments if you have any, and I'll sign off for now. See you in the next one.